Hi, my name is Bolaji Ajibade and this is my submission for my style. I'm starting this process by cleaning skin. I like to start with a clean base, so I'm going in with a cotton pad and some micellar water just to make sure that the skin is as clean and as fresh as possible. I'm going in with the toner and I prefer to use the rose water, especially because it's also hydrating. After which I go in with the serum. This particular serum does contain hyaluronic acid and I like the feel of it on the skin. You can instantly see a boost of hydration, and that's particularly why I like it. Our skin is a little bit on the dry side, and so that's why I'm going in with this product first before I go in with a face oil. I'm just kind of massaging it with my hand so that I can see what our skin needs after this. And afterwards I decided to go in with the face oil. So what the face oil does is that it seals in all of the hydration that we have applied and also kind of gives a glowy sheen, and that's in preparation for the foundation process. Right after this, I'm going in with a lip balm, and that's just to hydrate the lips as well. The lips just need some moisture, and I'm going in with the primer. I'm using the Aqua Grip primer from Cosmetics, and after which I'm going in with the foundation. I did use a cocktail, and I don't remember everything that I used, but I remember that I used the L'Oreal foundation as one of it. And I'm blending it with this brush from Vika Bell. Yes, and after this, I skipped some steps and I skipped the blending process. I did use a beauty blender, and now I'm applying some concealer to under the eyes. I'm just putting a little bit of this in just to show you a little bit of my process. This is not an extremely detailed foundation process. So now I'm brightening the under eye area of the eyes, and yes, I'm doing this with a beauty blender, and I did use the Juvia's Place concealer. After which I set the face. I did all of this off camera. I did the contour. I used the La Vida powder palette, and now I'm using a blusher from Zekel. I'm applying this, and after which I'm going to blend it in with a powder brush so that nothing is out of place and everything is just seamless. And that's what I do. I always go back into blend, and now I'm using a beauty blender to apply a little bit of glow to the face, just so everything is not flat and there's some sort of dimension, and just bringing some life back to the face. Now I'm starting my eyebrow process, and here I'm just brushing in the gel into the eyes, into the eyebrow, and I'm setting it with a powder just to make sure that there is no oil and everything is right in place. I'm using this pencil from Classic, I believe, and that's what I'm going to use to outline the lower part of the brows and also the upper part of the brows, just to give the brow a nice shape. So I'm just following the natural line of our brows, or the natural shape of our brows, and then I'm filling in with this Paula B pencil that I really like the shade. I'm just making hair-like strokes, and I'm just doing this to fill in the sparse areas of the brows. I did this, and afterwards I just filled it down to the tail just to make sure that everything is nice and clean. And then afterwards I'm going to clean up the brows, and I'm doing this with the Younger Beauty flat brush and the concealer that I used under the eyes, the first concealer that I used, and which is the shade that is literally the same as the foundation shade. And I'm going to also I'm showing you this side because this side has more details. So after cleaning up with the shade close to our skin tone, I'm going to be going in with a brighter concealer shade just to make sure that the arc is as pronounced as I'd like it to look. And this is what I do when I'm done with the brows. I'm cleaning it. I'm going to be using that same shade of our face for the tail of the brows, and I'm going to blend all of the concealer in just so that there is no harsh lines. I always go back into blend. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just highlighting the underneath of the brows. I don't really clean up the upper part of the brows because that's just not my preference. I like to make everything really nice and clean, and I find that it's better this way. Yes, so I'm blending in all of that concealer into the eyelid space so that everything is seamless and nothing is standing out on its own. I'm using this dense brush that does a really good job. Afterwards, I'm about to show you how I started my eyeshadow process. So again, I'm going in and I'm blending in all of the concealer to make sure that there's no creasing and there's no ash lines. And now I'm starting with a black eyeliner, black gel liner actually, and I'm blending this in, and that's what is going to serve as a base for the eyeshadow look that we're about to create. Before I forget, I'm going to apply some loose powder underneath the eyes to catch any fallout, because this is a smoky eye look and there's bound to be fallout. So I'm applying a loose powder and I'm applying the RCMA no color powder, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go back in a short while to show you my process. So I already did the right eye off camera and I'm doing the left eye now. So I'm setting that eye gel liner that I initially applied. I'm now setting it with a brown shade. I did use the Osh Beauty palette for this look. I used the Osh Beauty palette to create this look. So I set this black eyeliner, I set it with a brown eyeshadow shade, and now I'm blending the crease with an orange eyeshadow. That's what I'm using to blend in the crease, just to make sure that everything is seamless and everything is well blended. I'm using an orange shade to blend the crease into the brown of the eyeshadow, and I'm lifting this up a bit into the transition area. So after I do this, I'm applying a pigment of pink, a slight pigment of pink. So this mixture of pink and orange is going to give me some sort of purple shade, and that's what I'm actually shooting for. I didn't want to use a direct purple shade because it would have been too dark. So I started with an orange shade and I built it up into the shade that I'd actually prefer. And that's what I'm just showing you here. I'm just going to keep on going in and out, blending and all of that. After which, I'm going to spice the smoky eye look up with a shimmery eyeshadow. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm just cutting a crease, and that's why I had that look up the other time. So I'm just applying this, and this is just to give this smoky eye some sort of spice, my style, I mean. So yeah. This look I'm shooting for is something that is suitable for a birthday photo shoot. It's suitable for an after party. Actually, I created this in mind. I created this look with an after party in mind. So this is like the reception or after party of a wedding ceremony, and that's what I had in mind when I was creating this look. So now I'm going in with a darker brown shade, just to blend that outer V into a lid. And now I'm applying the lashes. I chose a style that was suitable for the look we're creating and also suits her eye shape. I'm just trying to make sure that everything fits and everything sits nicely. After which, I'm going to be putting some black eye pencil into a waterline, just to make sure that everything is nice and smoky as would like. After which, I'm going to go into a under eye space, and I'm going to put in some color just to smudge that under eye and to make sure that everything is nice and well blended, and there's some sort of cohesion going on in our eye space. I'm also going to blend that out into our eyelid space, and just to make sure that everything is as nice as I would like, I'm going to blend and adjust the outer side as well. And after which, I'm applying some eyeliner just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless, because I applied the glue of the eyelashes to our eyes. So I'm just making sure that everything is neat on over there. And after which, I'm going to go underneath the eye and blend out and dust off this excess eyeshadow that I had going on under our eyes. And then I'm going straight into the lips and just blending it in. I was going for a very pinky, purpley mix with the brown, and that's why I went for this shade of purple and pink on our lips. And I'm just blending everything and making sure everything is nice and smooth. I used a shade in Classic to line the lips, and I'm using this pink lipstick from Rubelite Cosmetics for the lips. I'm setting everything and making sure everything comes in together nicely with the Omari Code setting spray. I think this is the one that's particular for matte skin, and it has niacinamide in it, I believe. I really like this setting spray because of how nice it is. And this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching and for watching my process. Thank you. I really hope you enjoyed it.